Hey everybody. So happy you're here. Thank you so much for watching. Um, Couple of quick things. Um, pretty sure the money system's going down about now. So everybody better be prepared for that. I think that there's going to be some flux time. We really have to wake people up. I mean, this is God's plan to just jar everybody awake, and hopefully the EBS will be involved in all that. So, cash may be worth nothing for a bit. Then I feel that it's going to be converted over to rainbow currency backed by gold after that. But there's probably going to be this flex time for maybe even 2 or 3 months to really get people thinking, what is my world without money? What in the world do we do now? And they gotta go through that. They gotta go through the growing pains and the sobering realization of what's happening. So yeah, so basically, and so you could either save your cash and go, they were most likely, at least for a while, for probably a good 6 months, I would say, they would convert one for one, probably your cash over to rainbow currency, or you could always have metals or crypto or whatever you believe in and whatever you feel versed in, and whatever you want to do. So just be thinking about it though. Or if you have some, maybe you could buy a lot of something that you really like and that you feel is valuable. Gosh, like any kind of product that you think is just like, well, people got to have this. People would love to have that. If I had a bunch of it, I could barter. And I will be offering bartering on my new website as well. So, um, and there's even going to be a place where you can say, I have these items. If you need them, then let me know and we can trade, you know. So you don't necessarily need a reading yet, but blah, blah, blah. Also on my current services page right now, I have created some areas where you can actually prepay, maybe to cover the next few months or so, any kind of remote readings that you need, any kind of video readings, any Q&As, any of that you can pay for in advance, because I don't know how long our credit cards are going to work, if our cash doesn't work and all that. So just to have all the bases covered, if you want to make sure that I can provide these services for you over the next few months, then you might want to think about prepaying for, a few of them in advance. And yeah, so that's available on my services page now. And you can buy, as much as you want or as many as you want, because I left the quantity infinite, just because I didn't want to eat. Yeah, you guys can figure that out. And then I'll just keep a credit for everybody. And then when you've used your credit or whatever, I'll just cross it off. We'll do it the old fashioned way. Other thing to be aware of that I just heard about is that some of these scam artists know that Nasara Jasara is about to happen, and they're trying to jump on the bandwagon and try to act like. Somebody shared with me a screenshot of an email they had received where they said, oh, we've got $20 million waiting for you in your account. All you need to do is go register this new account at this bank. And so of course she called me and she's just like, what is this? Is it legit? And immediately, here are the things that you look for. All right. Without stereotyping, I mean, typically if they sound Asian and they don't speak proper English and they don't use periods and they don't put a proper prefix and things like that in their sentences, then they're most likely a scam artist. So look for those things immediately. Are there periods at the end of the sentences? Do the words make sense, or do they cut off in the middle of a sentence, middle of what they're saying? Or just really, that's why we have to kind of stay neutral in these times, even when it comes to love and everything. We got to stay really neutral so we can stay really grounded and centered, and we can sense better. Because when you're really in the moment, you don't care about having $20 million. You could care less. It could be there, it could not be there. Yeah. So, I mean, I know a really grounded individual she's got crypto and she had like $30 million put in her bank. And I was, and she did nothing with it. And it vanished like the next day or two. She was like, well, comes, it goes. So that's kind of how your attitude needs to be in order for you to really kind of see clearly through this time, is to be able to see scam artists and to see sincerity really well. So then the next thing that you do is you take the phone number that they give you or the email that they give you, go to duckduckgo.com, duckduckgo.com. She didn't know what that was. I'm like, in these times, you don't know what DuckDuckGo is? Are you kidding me? So not that it's it's probably just as bad as all the rest now that I know that, but at least it feels safer to me than using Google. Anyway, go there, put the phone number in and put the word scam after it. So number, and put that in, and then space, and then SCAM in the search. Okay. And you'll see all kinds of things come up, and just make sure that the number matches the number that comes up in the search, and just see if it's the same company, if it's the same, do a little research, figure it out. Don't get all excited. Stay in your heart, stay centered, stay grounded, and just be like, let's take a look, So, but what it brings up for you, if you do get emotional, whatever it brings up for you, you were supposed to feel that. And it could be prepping you to have $20 million put in your bank account tomorrow. So expect the unexpected, guys. And this is absolutely a time of miracles. So very, very exciting times. And, be keeping your focus on the victory at hand, because we are victorious, and that will be made quite evident in the times soon to come. Okay. So, okay. 5, 6, 6, 7. I have an appointment, so I might have to cut off. It depends. Okay. But I'll come back and well, not that you guys care. It doesn't even matter. I might just have a different shirt on or something. I don't know. Okay, 5, 6, 6, 7. Hello, apple tree. Okay, I did not read these beforehand. I usually do. So I'm not guaranteeing that they'll make a whole lot of sense, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. Hi, Amy. I have a question concerning my boyfriend. He has had a run of luck for a while now. He is seeing shadows out of the corner of his eyes. There has been instances where it sounds like someone is trying to turn the doorknob to get into his apartment, but nobody's there. I've witnessed this myself. He really thinks someone has put bad juju on him. I'd get a yes on that. Ow, and my heart hurt. I am worried about his mental health at this point. I'm hoping you can help him. He's not in a good place. Thanks in advance. Okay, so I'm going to recommend also a reader to watch on YouTube I just absolutely love this person. I believe she's a trusted source. She is in her heart energy. She is an empress, and she does such a great job. And she does a good energy read on things like this, like black magic tricks that are going on right now. And what I look for, I don't just listen to any reader. I don't just say, oh, I'm just going to listen to that person and take it for what it is. I scry. It's called scrying when you pay attention to what's going on. It's what's the messages God is sending you. So you could scry with birds or with clouds or whatever you want to, a crystal ball. You could scry with anything. You could scry with the tarot cards and only scry, meaning you only look at shapes and colors on them and stuff. So I basically scry with everything in life. And if what the person says rings true for what I've been hearing with my clients, when I talk to my clients, what's been happening in my own life, what's been happening with my friends, what's been happening, like it's like God will show me in so many different ways. Yes, that's the energy of right now. Or, obviously with my daily boosters, I actually tap right into God and ask for a message from that. But I'm just saying, in general, the way that I live my life, everything is very synchronistic, and all the pieces to the puzzle start coming together, and I see the picture. So I would advise you do the same. Kind of just pay attention. Don't just go by what one person says, but perhaps I say something and then you hear somebody else say it, and then you hear somebody else say it. That's your confirmation. Anyway, Solara speaks. I think it's Solara speaks. So look up her YouTube, subscribe to her. I would definitely recommend. And especially if you deal with black magic and get picked on a lot of us light workers who are really going to be doing incredible things in the future. A lot of people like us get attacked and pushed down, and we have to be wise. We have to be very discerning. We have to be strong. We have to know how to get around what they're doing and how to protect ourselves best. Also on the new site, there's going to be a really powerful pendant available, a protection pendant. So you guys can look into that as well. All right, so let's look into him. I would say the energy of right now, from what I'm gathering, like in the ways that I was just saying, is that there's a little voice. There's suicide happening, but like a whisper of, why don't you just, it's hopeless. Why don't you just off yourself? And that type of an energy, unfortunately. And I'm sorry if that's happened to you, but just know, you guys, when these negative emotions happen to you, it is not you, no matter what. I mean, no matter what, literally, no matter what, it's always coming from negative AI or ego. Okay. God would never say those things to you. That could never even enter your brain. If you know who you truly are and the essence of who you truly are, that would not be possible for you to have bad feelings about anything. So it just means that you're misaligned, which means that you're sinning because you're missing the mark, right? When you're straight on with God, you're feeling good vibes. So with all that in mind, so there's suicide type of whispers going on in the dirty world. And also things like, oh, see, you thought you were good at this, that, and the other thing. Maybe you're not so good as you thought you were, just kind of making you doubt yourself or trying to kind of challenge you that way, or mock you. Or so if you've been doubting yourself or even feeling suicidal or even feeling depressed sometimes, shake it off, dance around and be like, this ain't me. It ain't me. Just be like, no, this is not me. No, I do not take this on. I do not take this as who I am. Forget that. I'm going to get present, because the more present you can be in the moment, nothing can touch you. I mean, it can come in, but then you just pull back inside and you go into the kingdom of God. Oops, I got off the mark. I'm going back in. And then glow your heart out and just, yeah, you could even, I love you. I love you even when you're misaligned. I love you even when you slip up and get into a bad space. Okay. So, and that's your best protection. As I always say, what is your best protection? Yes, being present in the moment. Yes, always go there. If there's a thunderstorm that's really scary, if there's a flood, a volcano, I don't care what happens in the days to come. You go into the kingdom of God, you will be protected. Okay. All right. So that's also something apparently he needs to know. He needs to understand that, to stay out of fear, because fear is what they feed on, and then and you give them permission when you're afraid of them, believe it or not. So the idea is that you don't buy into their scam. Don't buy into their scam telling you that we're scary. We're going to hurt you. Ooh, look at us. We're flitting over here and fleeing over here, and we're ducking and hiding and scaring you. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't give it any of your attention. Tell him, just keep present in the moment, and they can't touch you. And maybe that's why they're not getting close enough to actually do anything to him either. And a lot of black magic has not been happening for people to the degree they wish that it would. I know, oh my gosh, it is failing them. Those people who do black magic right now, it is falling flat. So what they've been doing is switching their tactic and going after animals. Oh my gosh, you guys. I mean, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. These guys are just so dumb. So they're doing whatever they can, and they're getting really, really desperate. So just be aware. Just be very aware. Stay present in the moment as much as you possibly can, and just stay very discerning about everything. And just know that if anything negative happens to you, just don't buy into it. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to go into his environment where these things have been happening. Yep, I see it. Yeah, he's definitely got like some shadow people, but they're scared of him. I don't know what they'd be scared of. I don't know if it feels like he might do toning, or there's something in his voice. Maybe delta waves in his voice that are, if he's like a kind of a nurturing, loving person or something, it's like, yeah, they might be like afraid of his power that he doesn't even know about. That's what I'm feeling. And they're like, does he know? Does he know who he is? And they're kind of like peeking at him, like, I don't think he does. Do you think we could try something? Oh, I don't know. So some of you are so much more powerful than you can possibly know, and you're about to find out. Okay, you're about to find out. Do not be surprised anymore at miracles. Supernatural things are going to become the norm, and even superheroes. Don't be shocked at superheroes. Somebody being able to just blow down your door, but they're good superheroes. So because the dark side's losing their power right now, we're gaining ours, the light workers. So he needs to know that he's powerful. Apparently he's really powerful, and he needs to be in that power and not give them his permission and give him his fear. Give them his fear. Hama shashe na taiken sase la ho hamaan tatenchen hai. Halaki pempa na ein shishe la he ke pin hot ein ken. Sisihe put hum ha ana akens. Saset sharing. There's a bigger force behind them that kind of sent them as their minions, that it's minions. And it looks almost like a big giant octopus that's kind of wrapping around the house. Shit. And this is fairly common. I've seen these things a lot, and they're going into cities now, and they're just looking for people to pick on. So, if you're easily afraid, you're going to get picked on. So try to be doing Byron Katie's work or something, to work on yourself and heal, so that you're not, so your default isn't to be afraid. Your default will be to be curious, just like a dog, dogs that get defensive really fast and are easy, those dogs are dangerous. They need to be socialized. They need to get to where if they see another dog, they'll just be curious and look over. That's what you reward. So you build up the strength and the courage of the dog, and then it's it's much smarter about what it does, much more mature. Okay. I told the other guys, the little shadow guys, I was just like, I wouldn't mess with him if I were you. You might just be shaking a hornet's nest. They were like, ooh, and they just kind of backed away. And that's when I saw the tentacles of the octopus that was operating them or making them go in there. It's like they didn't want to anyway. Okay, now I'm talking to the octopus. Hepe panke shishi na haike. Haha, pomomo haishin. Lalake, oh, wahana shinshe. Tai he la sansepina poma. Tatain ta ihe penkaish. Sansepe na heela. Shishinki te pihe na aike. La sisense she la kiena. Hepe mahaken. I don't know if you have a body of water near you, but it looks like the octopus just went back to the body of water. And it looked like it went under an overpass and then went into some water. So yeah, it looks like he won't be bugging you. He did leave, he seemed to have left like a little bit of a slimy trail on purpose, like in your front yard. Let me clean that up. Just in case it's some kind of a trick for you to slip, or because I know they've been trying to cause little accidents that make it look like you did it so that you'd feel guilty or feel bad for being dumb or whatever, Boy, their tricks are just endless, man. I was like, leave your mess, I'm cleaning up your mess. Like, leave your mess to yourself. You take your mess with you. Oh, la vacations. I say, hey, la mahana again. Sunset, thank you, angels. Shishi la ke pahuma ana ein. Sunset, she la ke hit na puma mahana ai. All right, that feels great. Feels like much better now. So, all right. 5670. And a cow. 5670. Hey, Amy, I have a question. My hair's been falling out for a while now. I've tried multiple things that claim to help hair regrow with no success. Will you please look into a solution to help my hair? Yeah. Um, I've been hearing this. I've been hearing this more than I would care to. It's like they just showed me a med bed. The med beds will get people's hair to grow back. So that's something to look forward to in coming times. When a med bed's coming out soon, sooner than people realize, sooner than people know. Okay. That's how they're going to reassure people when people are hysterical and really upset and they're waking up and they just heard the EBS and all that stuff. They're going to be reassured like, hey guys, we got med beds coming, for the kids and the dumbs and everything, so we're going to fix it. We're going to fix there are going to be a lot of solutions that come up all of a sudden that we're like, whoa, that existed, All right. Your hair definitely wants your hair that is still there is a little alarmed that everybody else has disappeared, and they're just like going, oh, they're really kind of standing at attention, a little bit freaked out. So they're like, please tell us, how do we stay? Because we want to stay, we want to be here. Insecurity growing. I feel like there's an insecurity growing in you that you need to put the kibosh on. So I would be doing Byron Katie's work or some kind of healing work that's equivalent to that, something that really shifts your consciousness and changes your perspective and gives you epiphanies. Or you could pray, thank you, God, for so much for all the incredible epiphanies that are helping me shift out of this insecurity I have. And it may not just be your hair, it may be something that's underneath that. So really take a good look. No, honey. Take a good look at what it's bringing up for you and what you're like really, really scared of. Yeah, I see you. Really worried about something. Kind of, but like hiding it in the shadows. Like it's like you're in front of certain people. Like, hey, everything's going great. And then you get behind the shadows and you're like, oh. So whatever that is, definitely be working on it, because God needs his army to be strong, and you need to stay in positive vibes. You got to know we got the victory. And that's in whatever subject you're talking about. No, you got the victory. You got this. So let me, oh, your hair was like, I just contemplated doing a blissing for your hair to help what's there remain. And they're like, yes, please, please. So, hama shashe na takin sasipi po maha again. Hi shashe la haken tatain. Hala po ho po maha ana. Okay. I'm also stimulating growth where there's been some that's left. I pe he hi shishin ke he le pim po mahama again tatai sansese la hashishin ke. I feel like you're feeling the tingling right now. So you could use black sesame oil or coconut oil mixed with peppermint to do like a treatment on your hair at least once or twice a week, and just massage it in really well and talk very lovingly to your hair and encourage it. I want you to be here. I love you. Let's keep growing. Let's be strong. Let's get through this, whatever this is. And imagine also as you're rubbing it, it's like you're purging any kind of chemicals that were causing or any kind of like you're purging all that, you're squeezing it out, you're getting it all out as you're massaging. And then when you wash it, you're just washing all the bad stuff away. You're washing it all out. So you're pulling up toxins. You're pulling up toxins kind of by the root by massaging the oil in and then washing it all out. They said that your full head of hair will be restored. So, I mean, who knows how long that's going to take? And maybe it's the med bed or maybe it's what I just did. I don't know, but you're going to have your hair back. So you need to have confidence in that. Know that it's coming back. Thank God that it's coming back. Thank you, God, so much that my hair's grown back. Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved and so happy to have my beautiful hair back. So just be affirming that on a regular basis and talking to your hair, talking to your body. Oh my gosh, my cells. I love that you're nurturing my hair back. Thank you so much for taking such great care of my hair. Thank you so much that it's that whatever you're doing with the body, or whatever you're doing with food and water, everything that I intake, thank you so much that it's benefiting my hair and making my hair grow strong and sustain anything. And thank you that I'm getting all of these toxins out. Thank you so much for taking such great care of me. Whatever you want to say to your body to encourage your body to take proper care of you and your hair. Okay, so that's all they had to say about that, but they do want me to read some spirit talk cards. So I have new decks on the new website as well. They're kind of most of them are the same, but like the World Truth cards, they don't have as much talking on them. They just have just a few words, like an idea more. I felt that that's where I kind of wanted to go. And then there's a new Divine Masculine Daydreams deck on there too. Don't let anyone else tell you who you are. That includes diagnoses. You have a voice and a heart that wants to use it. Set it free. Your objective right now is to continue your oh my gosh, can I not? Your objective right now is to continue your healing work as everything else is being worked out behind the scenes. Just focus on you and your own healing. So, yeah. Sorry, I wonder if that blew a speaker somewhere. I think it's time to make that move. What are you waiting for? Just do it. So maybe you're afraid to do something, but it's time to do it. Just make a wish. We'll conspire to make it come true. All right. Awesome. So you are being supported big time. Okay. Thank you for that, Spirit. I just got a little wink. I got a little wink. Okay. 5673. Horse. A horse is about strength. So reach inside of you for strength. 5673. I know what you're dealing with, and you got to be strong. And I would, if you're one of those people who go right to my timestamps, which I don't think you are, but just in case you skipped it, definitely go back to the beginning of this video and watch the beginning. Yeah. Hi, Amy. As well as having severe mental health issues right now, it appears I'm being harassed by a demon or other negative spirit. It's been very horrible and often about child abuse or hurting my loved ones or sexual or desecrating anything I love, even encouraging paranoia over things like tarot cards. I think it's been building up over years. They also blame the Norse gods for what is happening, though I don't believe it most days. Sometimes my mind is so tired, I believe it, and that hurts because I used to be a witch and they were my deities. Interesting. Hang on a minute. She put a little private note. That's one thing you can do. Put an asterisk and then down below, you can say what the asterisk is and put the word private and then say, tell me something. Huh, that's interesting. How do you know that? Anyway, so they seem to be my guides. Please explain and help me. No, your guides would not be negative. Those are not guides. They're tormentors. And God just said they're tormentors. And definitely in the demonic realm. We are never going to be given guides that are negative or that try to discourage us or to give us any kind of guides are not going to get us to sin. And sin is being off the mark. Being on the mark is being present with God and being aware of the kingdom of God within you, right? So, ixnay on that belief. Okay, so okay, so I have an angel coming in. Is it? Hang on, Gabriel or Raphael? Raphael. Raphael is helping you. You have what's holding them to you. He says that he's tried to get them to go, but he can't because you're kind of holding on to them. It's like you don't know who you would be without them, without your little demon family almost. So as much as you hate them, and it's kind of like some people are really attached to victimhood and they just really it's all they talk about. Oh, poor me, and I had this happen to me, and feel sorry for me, or they just don't know anything other than having that identity. I remember a point in time when I would know somebody like myself and I'd be like, well, what do you talk about if you're not gossiping about people? Because I thought that was all I ever knew, is that's how you have friendships, is you talk about other people, things like that. And you complain about things that are going on in your life that suck. So I was very curious as to how somebody like me lives. Like, how do you have conversations with people? That must be pretty boring, And so I think that might kind of be part of your world, is that you're very much identified with having these things around you all the time. As long as I've known you, you've always talked about them. So they're kind of like a little family, and you consider them your guides, even though they're not really guiding you at all. I mean, if they're guiding you to anything, it's like, open the door, here is hell, here's pain and suffering, would you like to enter? So they're guides of one way or another, but they're not like good guides. They're not helpful guides. So yeah, God says they need to get canned. You need to fire those guides. Definitely don't pay them. All right, so I've just let them know. And sometimes, when I'm doing my light language, my higher self is the one who's doing a lot of the dealing, and I'm just kind of translating it. Sometimes I'm putting an intention out there to do something or to investigate or something, but sometimes my higher self jumps in there and starts saying something to the demons and stuff. So in this particular instance, she just said, and that's Celeste, is my higher self. She just said, you are being put on notice. So, and they kind of backed up like, whoa. There's several of them, girl. Man, it's like, because you keep being afraid of them and you're allowing them to torment you and you're believing them, you're just a sucker for it. And they've kind of told their friends, hey, party over here, bring some beer. Let's come on, they're like, so yeah, you've got to, okay. So they said that I can sprinkle you with holy water right now. Yay. All right, let's do it. Some of them I just heard some of them go, I'm freaking out of here. Like, I am now. No, I heard the notice thing, and now I hear the same thing about the water. I'm out before they can do it. Oh, quite a few of them are already leaving. Okay, good. That's a good sign. Okay. So somehow something that you've been doing has been strengthening, like the horse kind of implies too, because they seem pretty weak. Kind of like I've been saying, like black magic is losing its hold. They're like, if it's easy, we'll go after it. But if it's not, if it's too much of a struggle, let's just go pick on something that's easier. But they're going to start eating their own. I just got that they're going to start eating their own because they can't get to us anymore. So they're kind of like, oh, you look kind of tasty about now, Gross. Hepama sheshe na take son se piena heke e she hela ake pun. Hala son se she na pohala ke e son. Okay, so you definitely have a part of you that's being entertained by these things because you started laughing when I started removing them, but you were laughing like at me. Was this her? Yeah, it was you. It was you. It wasn't like some kind of entity in you. You actually thought it was quite humorous. So like another side of you, I guess. Hapa sheshe na taike sa sepun ho ala an sheshe ke ela hasan se pai ke chinche la upa an pai ke chinche ha la ho mama na taina ha e sheshe la ma ho pa ana ke hala sansishi ke ela sansi pi la ke jen ha na boom boom. Oh wow, dude, you don't even want to know what I just. Well, dang, it's like you're like we've been having this conversation about like you asked for my help, and are you serious? Are you ready to have a new identity? Are you ready to be somebody different who doesn't talk about that stuff all the time? Or doesn't like it does also feel like you don't use discernment. You're like watching and reading all these things. I know you're very inquisitive, but you gotta watch because people can put black spells or dark spells in things that you read, things that you watch, things that people say around you. You got to be super, super, super careful, and you got to learn to, if you hesitate at all, or if you wonder if you should look at it, don't. So anyway, when I turned you around and I looked, it's like the whole back of you was burnt to a crisp, like you'd been dipped in lava and came back up, and it was like completely charred and still a little bit red, and then smoke was coming off of you. So something that that was like, I think that was the demon attached to you, and now it's gone. Yes, I got yes. Wow. Okay, so I'm restoring you. Hala shishin ke hina ahansa se la sa zesim popo maha ke la an hala oho ma natin shishin ow hala natin sa se shi o po momoken hala natin po mama nakin sa se la shiki hina ai po mama again aton. Okay, so they're saying that music would really resonate for you. Like music would do you a lot of good if you keep some happy, cheerful music on in your home once you're there. Or however often you can listen to wonderful guided meditations or something that uplifts you, makes you feel good or happy. Listen to that kind of music when you're at home, and or just out and about. Just try to keep a happy tune going on. Now I'm going to work on your brain also, your neurotransmitters. Today sasehe shishin ke inaha pomo age entai ha 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 san session ha 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 la anapum ha oh jeez. Wow. So I just like lifted your brain and looked, and there was somebody in there that I had to pull out. Gosh. Somebody had the controls in your brain. I knew the Arcturians were here. Thank you. They're actually giving you a new brain. Oh, la Sansepina. Oh, I already feel some relief for you. This might be feel very weird for you to be normal again. Keep affirming, I am a new person. I am a new person. I am a new woman. I am a new woman. I am a new woman. Say that as often as you can. Even look in the mirror. I am a new woman. I am a new woman. And that's going to help like anchor that energy in and let go of your old identity. We are shedding our egos. We're shedding our old identities and what we used to, label ourselves with and think ourselves as. And we're recreating who we are, how we want it to be. Okay. And I just heard freedom seeking. So whatever that means for you, we're all coming back to being freedom seekers. Freedom from any type of control or somebody having power over you. So everybody might be being challenged right now to that degree. Like if something's really they won't do what I want, and they seem to be holding something over me or holding something over my head. Oh, you can't have it unless you do blah blah, or it's not quite yours. Any of that kind of nonsense. Like it's like time to take your power back. Time to like assert yourself and say, nope, that is mine, and I am the authority. I am the authority of my life and what happens with me, and I am doing dealings that feel good for me, that feel fair for everybody involved. Period. It's got to be level. Nobody's holding nothing over each other. Nobody's trying to control each other. Nobody's trying to do any of that. So, and I just got oxygen. I don't know what that means, but somebody controlling oxygen. So, I mean, that could be people wearing masks too. Who knows? But I feel like oxygen and water, like water. They're emphasizing the water even. Having healthy, good water or blissing your water is important right now. I mean, that always has been. But attacks on water, attacks through water coming more than usual. So hopefully you've gotten a distiller or like a reverse osmosis system. I've tested filters, lots of them, expensive ones. I've had some Berkey's, I forget what the other one is, really, really like hundreds of dollars kind of filters. And I bought a little tester that tests the water. Distillers are the best, you guys. Definitely. So if you have to drink bottled water while you're out and about or something, I would drink Fiji, because Fiji's got some good natural minerals and things in it. Usually they say that they do and they don't, but Fiji really does seem to be the real deal. Okay. But I've heard internationally that they're charging an arm and a leg for those, like $20 a bottle. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's insane. So is she finished? They just said yes. So let me know, I do hear from you on a regular basis. So just let me know how you feel after this and how it starts to unfold. Do not anticipate it coming back. Your belief in it can bring it back. So believe, I am a new woman. I am a new woman. Really, really cling to that belief and affirm it over and over and over until you actually believe it and you start to see it in your existence, and just anticipate this is going to feel different than it did before. Okay. Because you keeping on looking at it and being paranoid, oh, it's going to come back any second. You're going to bring it back. So just really be mindful of every thought that you think and try to meditate. Try to meditate and quiet your mind as much as possible. 5 minutes a day, or five minutes 3 times a day or something. That's all it really takes. 10 minutes once a day. Anything you could do. If you can only hold your attention on something for a couple minutes without thinking, then do that. If you have to listen to a sound or watch something to do it, do what you got to do to quiet your mind. Okay. 5674. Windmill. Windmill. Hi, baby. Hey. Okay, 5674. Hi, Amy. 2 of my siblings and I are traveling overseas. Hi. No, honey. No. I'm making a video. Can't you see that? You did the cutest little teddy bear. You did cutest little teddy. You guys haven't seen her for like a long time, have you? I love you so much, you little cutie cute. Okay. No, go away. Let me get back to my video. You messed up the windmill. Go, no. Go on. Go on. Okay. So my siblings and I are traveling overseas to Norway in early April, and I have an interesting question for you. This trip feels very powerful for us, and I'm wondering if you can provide any insights to healing that we could do while we're there. How cool, or anything for us to know at all during this adventure. Whatever spirit wants to share about this trip for the three of us is perfect. I trust you. We are staying with extended family that we've never met before. Oh my gosh, how exciting. Thank you so much. Sending a big hug. What fun. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so awesome. All right. So, oh, they just said, congratulations, you're leveling up. This trip is going to help all of you. I feel like, when are you going? Oh, early April. Okay. I really do feel that it's going to be so profound that you're going to come back and kind of feel like you're new, like kind of be like, wow, they just said perspective shift. What a perspective shift from who I thought I was first before I went there. A sword of truth. I just saw a sword of truth. I feel like somebody telling you some news that's kind of like, well, we didn't know how to tell you this, but so there might be something that's kind of unnerving, or something that's I don't know, like not so great news. But somebody's going to be honest with you and let you know whatever that is. Like, I don't know, something negative in your history, in your family, or something. It just feels like so much fun and so much joy, so much support, so much warmth. Anything that they should do while they're there to do healing, or they're like, no, it's going to happen naturally. Like, it's just going to come out of you guys naturally. They're kind of like, don't blow it because by trying to control it, don't blow it by trying to control it, because you want to let it unravel. It's almost like, one of those scavenger hunts or something. It's like you're going to be led here, and then you're going to go there, and then you're going to go here, and then you're going to go there. And at the end of it, you're going to be like, oh, wow. And your heart's going to like bust open. So God's taking you on kind of a scavenger hunt. You guys have to figure it out together. I see you guys actually physically close, like cuddling in a blanket and like just sitting by a fire and talking, to like just real intimacy, like really, really real with each other. And I'm sure you guys are anyway. But it just feels like such a bonding thing. Food, but definitely bonding over great food. Music. I'm also going to put some protection over your travels. A very easy flight there. A little bit of reluctance to leave even when you go. So, but that's all it is. It's a little bit heavy-hearted because you're just going to have such a great time. I like it taking lots and lots of pictures. You're probably going to be sending me some, which I would love to see. So I just felt that if any of you watching live in Norway, oh, don't you guys have those windmills too? If any of you who are watching live in Norway and want to, encourage this person to come for a visit or something, I just felt there might be somebody that feels like doing that. This person is a very, very sweet person, very, very sweet, trusted person. I've met the whole family and I love them dearly. So you can trust them. And if you're also a very sweet, kind-hearted person who just likes to meet interesting people, interesting, like-minded people, then maybe you guys could meet. So you'll know if that message is for you. I feel that. Okay, so like I feel like you're gonna whoever is the person who lives in Norway, I feel like there's something you're going to want to show these guys. Like you're going to want to take them somewhere and show them something special. Is there anything they should avoid while they're there? No, no. There's not going to be any kind of danger or anything to avoid. There will be things that concern you that you need to figure out, but let me just offer some assistance there too. Bring solutions quickly when you need them. Answers quickly. Hama ashashen kayina taisan sepi en haike hala o oshashin ha hamaan ta hela ansan sekeditina hashin. I feel like one of you are going to be in the daily boost if you're not already. Whoever that is, it's going to protect all of you while you're there too. Not that you need it, but I do feel that for some reason I'm being shown that somebody's in the daily boost, and for some reason that really helps a lot. So I don't know which one of you it is, but yeah. And I just, when I said that, I got like a crown on their head. So whoever that is, they're being encouraged that you've really been in your power, and they're like congratulating you. You're doing a good job. Yeah, doing some serious leveling up. Okay, so anything else they need to know? No. All right. But I did again feel drawn to I grabbed my tea because I was going to drink it, but then I didn't drink it. Okay. No one else can make you feel or do anything. You either buy into their story or you don't. If their story makes you feel bad, just choose a better story and take your power back. Okay. We are your biggest fans. We believe in you and know what you're capable of. Stop doubting yourself and know that you can't mess up. You're born for this. It's time for you to overcome your fear of death. It stands in the way of you living your best life. There's nothing to lose but your ego, so be fearless. This situation is just coming back around so you can choose differently and pass the test. You've evolved past this. You just need to own it. So just like that person prior to you, her reading, you might want to listen to that because it's all about like dropping the old persona and just totally embracing the new. When you feel afraid, do the deeper healing work around it rather than avoiding it. See it as an adventure. See it as exciting. You know, fear and excitement are the same coin, just different sides of it. So if you replace the word like, oh, I'm so scared, or oh, I'm so nervous, or something like that, just replace your verbiage, what you say out loud. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And you can switch the energy over. Don't let anyone else tell you who you are. All right. All right, 5, 6, 7, 5. Okay. Goat. Cute. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 5. Hi, I've been thinking about my DM a lot lately. That means, by the way, that he's also thinking of you a lot. I've been I've been totally doing my own thing and living my life, just having thoughts about him and seeing synchronicities everywhere lately. I even woke up in the middle of the night around 4 a.m. and rolled over to see the time, and a picture of me and him was on my phone as a memory time hop from 3 years ago. Okay, inquiring about this and wondering what his thoughts or feelings are towards me right now. It's been like 7 months since our last conversation, and I totally washed my hands of this, just living my life. Thank you. You're the best. Okay, so yeah, he's definitely thinking of you also. And a lot of times when we get those hits, that's going on, it's because the universe is just letting you know this is still a possibility. They still very much care about you and want to be with you. And oh my gosh, and as I say that, I get strength and then somebody charging forward to speak to you. So he's just trying to get up the nerve to talk to you again. How much na ai san sepin hot na ai ala shen shen te pom pom aken. All right. He's walking away from something that no longer serves him, or at least he's thinking about it. Oh, people pleasing. He got caught up in some kind of people pleasing. but he's calling himself out on it because he feels like you are everything he's ever wanted. And he's worried. What's he worried about? Something in the future. Oh man, he's one of those masculines that have been stubborn and been in their ego. He's about to get a tower moment that's going to shake up his world. He wants to offer his heart to you, and he feels quite passionate about it. He's just trying to figure out how to do that. He wants to come to you really grounded and mature this time. I just got this time. He's also defensive about how worried he's been about his people pleasing and his insecurities. So if he was guarded and defensive, it was because of his own self-imprisonment in his own mind. And he might be aware of that now. He may be embarrassed about it even. So he doesn't want, in the future, it's like he makes him, if he's with somebody, he's making himself single and he's getting out of it. Something shocking might happen with the money system. What? He might actually be due some money by the that's so interesting, because you have the independently wealthy card here and shock, and then dreams coming true. That kind of sounds like Nasara to me. It's coming up in the future. But whatever it is, it makes him want to come out of hiding and cooperate with you and be a team with you. So, yeah, he feels a lot of joy when he thinks of reuniting with you and collaborating with you and working with you and healing things with you. He wants to get you guys back to having a good time and being silly with each other. He wants to give back to you, and he's trying to make a major decision to go forward very quickly sometime here in the future. He's got a ton of regret, and he just wants to give you the clarity that you need in order for this to come together and for you guys to go to the next level. No. Thank you. All right. Anything else she needs to know? They just winked. So yes, there's more, but let it unfold naturally. You're gonna have a look on your face like this when it happens. I knew he loved me. I knew it. Okay. 5676. Oh, little dog. 5676. Okay. Hi, Amy. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you. Thank you. I'm just wondering if I can get a quick relationship spread on my divine masculine. Thanks a million. Of course. And good idea, considering what just went on between you guys. Oh, wow. Huh. He wants to make you a major offer, but he's in a place of lack and he's missing you like crazy, but he's like, he knows he's got to heal it and he's got to get more vulnerable with you. He's got to open up to you. Okay, so Hamashashena hela upon pama aken Aishi isan Alashashina apoman He's trying not to worry and he wants to go away from any drama. That might be why he's downplaying things right now. He's had some kind of an epiphany. He's very afraid he's going to miss out on you due to hiding from you, lying to you. So he's strategizing on how best to, let me see. He's been afraid you're going to break his heart. He's afraid you're going to hurt him. So he's trying to heal that so that he can change his perspective on the way that he's looking at things, and he can actually properly give back to you the way you deserve. He might even be thinking of a surprise to like go forward quickly with you on something. What's he trying to manifest? Wow, standing up for himself and freeing himself from somebody who's trying to control him. Somebody who's getting all the benefit. But he's thinking you should be this person getting all that benefit. So that's good. It makes him feel very insecure though, that he's done all this people pleasing. So that's probably another reason why he's kind of, downplaying things and kind of acting like, well, I'm actually choosing this other adventure, or I want to go travel the world, or what. He's probably just coming up with excuses, kind of making stuff up, when in actuality he's just insecure and embarrassed about what a people pleaser he is. But he's walking away from that behavior. It doesn't serve him any longer, and he's going for his true love, the one who he feels like embodies everything he's ever wanted. You're his dream come true. There's that yes, and he's charging forward to talk to you. And you're going to be celebrating and very, very happy about whatever he's got to say. Some truths. I just heard some truths are coming. I feel like grabbing these cards. I don't know the name. Don't ask me, please. I don't remember the name of him. They're cool though. Temperance, patient balance. So he's trying to come into balance so that he can make it to the other side. He's trying to stay present in the moment, just kind of go one step at a time. He might even be doing bonsai or learning bonsai or something, to stay in the moment so that he can overcome what's been going on and get his stamina back, like get another breath, like a second wind, so that he can come charging at you with the Knight of Wands. So just let him catch his breath, and then he'll be coming at you. Arrogant wastefulness. Yeah. An Ace of Coins. I feel like he's just been giving to somebody who's very arrogant and just been wasting the opportunity. And she's been like collecting all this money over there, just smiling. I just feel like that's the karmic. And he's starting to see it for what it is. And he sees you just being lovingly patient, waiting with all these feelings. And he wants to be with you and be where things are soft, not, manipulative and tricky. So, Page of Cups, new excitement. So you got a little Cupid working in your favor coming up here. So I think things are about to turn around for you. It feels like it's probably going to take a good month, though. I mean, before you really see like, wow, things are like, you'll be calling me and being like, you won't believe what just happened. This is just, something like some kind of really good news, really kind of exciting. It's going to be in about 4 weeks ish. Okay. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 7. What in the world? 5, 6, 7, 7. A rooster. Okay. Hi, Amy. I'm reaching out for an update with my twin flame that let me go to be with my soulmate last week. Since then, we have very kind and caring communications between us when texting. We've been leaning on each other as I recover from my brain injury and he navigates his sister going through chemotherapy. When we're together, the chemistry is palpable, but I can't tell if I'm a distraction or if he simply wants to have his sexual needs met, because he said he's not in the right headspace to be in a relationship, given that his only sibling is fighting cancer. Okay. On 2 separate occasions, a partner can actually help make those times easier. Everything is a perspective thing, right? So it kind of looks like he's just that's an interesting way of looking at things. But some people are like that. On 2 separate occasions, when we had a few alcoholic beverages, he told me he loves me. And another time he told me he misses me. He's never expressed himself to me like this before, during our 11-year friendship. So I can't tell if it was liquid courage or meaningless because he had a few drinks. Will you please, I will tell you this, alcohol is a truth serum. So what they say when they're drunk, that's the truth. What they say when they're sober, that's a lie. That's just what I've seen. Will you please do a reading to see where I stand with him? What he's thinking and feeling about me, at least when they're in separation. Let me just put that in there. While they're in separation, so they're still kind of immature. Yeah, they lie. They tell the truth when they're drunk, and they lie, the other times when they're protecting themselves and acting like, oh, I don't really care about you. I got to focus on my career right now. They might even sound like that. Who knows? So will you please do a reading to see where I stand with him and what he's thinking and feeling about me? Many thanks and blessings. I have so much gratitude for you and your guides. What are you doing? All right. Yeah, let's do it. All right. So what is he really thinking and feeling about her, please? Give it to us straight, God. What is it he's thinking and feeling about her right now? What's he thinking and feeling about her right now, please? And I just felt prompted to let you guys know, and I'm sure you do know this, at least my audience would probably know this. When you use anything like tarot cards, this is also a form of scrying. They're just pictures on cards that give you an idea what, and if you're using it for God, then you're just looking at the picture and you're figuring out the meaning, and it's just a way of communicating. It's like Morse code in a way. You just know how to use it, and then you understand the language, and then you understand what's going on, and then God can talk to you. So it's actually good. It's a good communication. Even if it was made to be evil, you can use it for good. Wow. He really sees you as being like emotionally fulfilling. Like you guys being together is like a wish come true for him, because he really thinks that you're everything he's ever wanted. And he thinks that if he were with you, he could be very emotionally fulfilled. So he's brokenhearted right now. Very brokenhearted, probably because of his stupid lies. And him hiding his feelings from you and making up excuses, by the way, about how he can't be in a relationship, because you guys just have to know that these guys totally outright lie about all that. And so I feel some of you masculines are actually watching this right now being like, yup. So they're trying to save face. They're trying to not, they don't want to be vulnerable. I don't know what the deal is. Why can't they just admit, I'm insecure right now. You scare me, because that would be cool. Because then you guys could bond. People bond over authenticity and vulnerability. When you protect yourself like that, it's just a turnoff. Okay, so it looks like he's trying to figure out a way to have a passionate new start with you. He definitely loves you and he's hiding it. He wants to offer you his love, and make sure you don't go to any other suitors. It's like he's kind of like, no, she's mine. He is also seeing the truth of his people pleasing. So he's like calling it for what it is, and he's calling himself immature. He's seeing that he's very immature. So he's plotting and planning on and kind of strategizing, reassessing his life really. And why am I hiding my love from her? Does this make any sense? I should fight for our love. So those are some good conclusions to come to. And in the future, it looks like he breaks free from something that's trying to control him. Maybe they're trying to control him with money. Maybe they're holding something over him, saying, well, if you do that, then you're not going to get an inheritance, that kind of thing. Or something has to do with money, him trying to build money right now. Maybe he's trying to pay somebody off that used to be in his life. I don't know, but he loves the rapport you guys have, and he just really puts you up on a pedestal, and he's actually watching you, like spying on you, kind of. I feel like a Spider-Man kind of vibe, like watching you from a distance, making sure you're okay, being protective, because he really sees himself as being husband material for you and really being grounded and mature. And that's probably, he has a point saying he doesn't want to have a relationship while his sister has cancer or whatever, but that's only because he's taking it the wrong way, for one. For two, it's also, but it's like they don't want to bring you into any drama or negativity, but sometimes my life is just messy, and it's nice to have someone to lean on. Both of you can bond through that time too. Why not be there for each other? Why do you have to suffer in aloneness and loneliness when you have the love of your life right there within reach? It's like, it just seems kind of silly. So he is transforming that all. He is transforming it all. And he has a lot of regret over the way that it's gone so far. So he's definitely harboring feelings for you. He's definitely been hiding them, and wants to do something about it. So just let it play out, though. Don't make any moves on him. Don't push it at all. I wouldn't. I would just let him figure it out on his own, and let him come to you when he does. It's not about always being positive either. Negativity is just part of still having an ego. It's about catching yourself being negative and picking yourself back up again as quickly as you can. So don't, just stay present, stay happy. Just take it moment by moment and just don't attach to any particular outcome with either guy, and just kind of see what plays out. Because I feel like Yeshua is there leading you for some reason. I feel like he wants to either rekindle a friendship with you, Yeshua does, or wants to become close to you again, or wants to get close to you for the first time or something. I just feel like there's something about you and Yeshua right now. He that believeth in me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than those shall he do, because I go unto my Father. So he's basically saying that you can do as he does and more. So believe in yourself and believe in Yeshua. Wow, just one of you left, so I'm going to try to squeeze this in so I can get going. All right. 5678. Hi, Amy. Another question for you. Can you please feel into my previous living situation with my former landlord? It really blew up in my face when I went to grab my tires from his shed this weekend, and unfortunately, he said some not very nice things to me. That guy's kind of got a screw loose. I'm hoping you can clear any negative energy that came in from that situation and provide some insight as to why it ended the way it did. Yeah. I actually feel like he has some lower astral entities that are influencing him. I feel like he feels like he's a little schizo right now, actually. They said undiagnosed, but he could have schizophrenia. Oh, it happened because you were getting comfortable. You really liked it there. They were wonderful to you, and then they took a turn. So a lot of times that's what life does to try to squeeze you out of your comfort zone and reassure you, yes, you made the right decision to get out of there. They also feel like they got you in a better location for work and some other opportunities to come. So it's all just lining up. So always see yourself as, wow, this is working out to my advantage and benefit somehow. So I would do the thank you, God, for my misery on it, so you can figure out why your higher self did that, and how it's actually brought you to a better situation, because your guides are always bringing you to a better situation. Nothing's ever happening that's wrong. It's always to encourage you or make you stronger or whatever. So they said you are on the right road. You've not gone the wrong way. Nothing went wrong. I feel like someday in the future, he's going to kind of snap out of it and realize what he did, but it's going to be too late to say anything to you at that point. So just don't take it personally. And yeah. Okay, so they said complete. So let's do the blissing, the general blissing, and then I gotta get out of here. Okay, so relax, drop your shoulders. Hapama sheshe na takehe na aipabama ana shena. Halakrena tahisan sepehe mon hana ekensa. Sheshe la hola prama akensa seshe la kukinta tais. Sase upumpo shishinke na tain. Tata san sepehe la hakeshinche. Ha halapurubut menken. Chichehe la man. Okay, guys, have yourselves a wonderful rest of your week. If you didn't watch it, please go back and watch the beginning of this video. There's always important information in the beginning of these videos. So, yeah. All right. Talk to you next week. Bye.